truth will never change, and my love will never fade away. We could be like fire. No one could put us out. We burn so bright, and they will compromise just to feel the energy of our life. Yeah, we could burn like fire, 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 fire. Yeah, we could burn like fire, 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 fire. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for?
Happy Mother's Day. How is everybody on this beautiful Sunday? Boy, it was this morning waking up, I actually had I guess it was a little bit of a dream that it was light outside and I had missed the time that I was going to do this live. And then I did end up waking up and it was past the time that I had my alarm set for. It was like 4:30. I'm like, oh crap, I have to get up. Then I realized that my alarm was actually set I set it for 3:33 a.m. on the weekdays. And so it didn't go off. It didn't go off this morning. And I even started feeling a little bit of anxiety because showing up, it does take a lot, especially if, the patterns that you have, what you're used to is that you don't normally, get up and show up for stuff like this. Getting on and being vulnerable and putting yourself out there on camera is very difficult. And that's why, I know a lot of people don't do it. There's a lot of people that want to do this. Deep down, they really have this like fire burning for something like this. And it can be very difficult, but it's getting easier and easier. I have some people on and I see some comments in the chat. I'm not ignoring you, but I'm trying to stay focused in the present moment, because when every time that I go to get on camera, I get really nervous and I end up in my head and as if, I get worried about what people think. So I'm trying to, not even focus on that right now and just bring myself here to the present moment and taking you through a routine that I have been doing for the past 3 years. And when I started this affirmation meditation 3 years ago, and I would say these affirmations, I did not believe any of the stuff that I was saying. It didn't feel real for me. But I kept doing it, and I kept sitting with those feelings and really trying to feel them as if they were real in my life. And I say these affirmations now, and I look at my life and I'm going, oh my gosh, I manifested exactly what I wanted. So yesterday, I woke up the night before I went to bed in a not so good mood. But I woke up and I was motivated. it's funny how I go through these things, you know, where I'm at a really high vibration, and then I dip down, and I get like, I guess I'm the reflection, you know, you are aware of your actions or lack thereof of consistency, and you have this idea of this golden self. You know, you are this golden self. You have this within you. You have the shadow and you have the golden part of you, and you know, truly stepping into your power. So there's this person that you want to be, and it takes consistently showing up. Anyways, the point is, I go through these things, and it's like after what I went through and being upset with myself, and then I wake up and I'm like, I am in control of these things, and I have to be the one to do them. I mean, I preach it, but it is a challenge. You know, this life is very hard. I actually wrote a blog. It was a while back. It's on my website, called Earth is a School. We are in school, and we have tests, and the whole point of all of this, the meaning of life, is to grow and evolve spiritually and ascend. Jesus gave us the blueprint, or Yeshua, if you want to say his name correctly. They've changed it, and I believe that there's a reason for that too. So I think it's important to say the truth, you know. So it's Yeshua. He gave us a blueprint for, you know, how we're supposed to live. All right. So this morning, I'm going to put on my meditation. I'm going to set the tone, so I have some music playing in the background, 963 hertz and 852 hertz and 639 hertz. This is activate pineal gland, open third eye, heal heart chakra. It's so important to have a ritual in the morning to ground yourself and really start your day off with a full tank. I love the smell of sage. Just cleansing the space, setting the tone. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. I hope that you will join me this morning by repeating after me. Again, I've been saying this affirmation for 3 years now. Repeat it out loud if you can, and feel it in your heart. Feel it as if it is true for you. I am a master creator. I am empowering myself and others with an attitude of gratitude. I am a part of something much bigger than myself. I choose now to show up in my life and honor this opportunity that I have been given. I'm walking in a corridor of light and multiple realities. The corridor is endless, and there are so many doors. Every door leads me into different possibilities and opportunities. Walking into one of the doors brings me into a new corridor of reality. Always more doors to open. I always have a choice. I am so thankful for free will. I always have a choice. I am the master of my day. Things will happen outside of my control. That is a natural part of life. How I react to this is my choice. Everything I experience is a part of my learning process. I am a soul having a physical experience for a little while. I am here to learn, grow, and remember that I am a part of something much bigger than myself. I choose to honor that truth by living that truth. I am the master of my reality. In gratitude and in love, I walk this path now. I naturally have an attitude of gratitude. My thoughts are focused on positivity and thankfulness. I am sincerely grateful, and this attracts positivity into my life. I give thanks daily for blessings that flow into my life. I take time to be grateful for something as simple as a blue sky, the sound of laughter, the moon, the shining stars, the rain falling down from the sky, all the beautiful trees and flowers that cleanses the air, or simply a smile or a touch. Thank you. I am thankful for simply being alive. I give thanks to the universe for all that I have in my life. I am indeed grateful for all the blessings in my life. Good things come to me because I am grateful. High vibration is my reality. I am truly thankful for all the good things in my life. My life is full of countless blessings. Thank you, universe, for making my life abundant and amazing right now. Each morning, I give thanks for another day of my life. Thank you, universe, for I now experience being fully supported in my life. As I am grateful to others, they are gracious to me. I am grateful for my family and all the loving people in my life. I am thankful for all my material possessions and the value they bring into my life. In gratitude, I am at peace with my life. High vibration is my reality. I am thankful for all the lessons life teaches me. My life is full of so many things to be grateful for. I continuously give thanks for all the good things in my life. I fill my heart with gratitude, so I am open to receive more happiness in my life. I gratefully accept all the good things that manifest in my life. I am thankful to the universe for the gift of good in life. I am easily showing my appreciation for others. I welcome and appreciate the good things life has to offer. I love the feeling of being deeply grateful for something as simple as a hug from a friend, a smile, or a touch, or just the fact that I am experiencing life, that I am breathing, that I am living. Thank you. I am so happy and grateful for the opportunity to learn, to grow, to change, to evolve. I am flexible of changes happening in my life. The more accepting I am of change, the easier it feels. Change is a natural aspect of life. It is a sign of life. Thank you. I choose to have an optimistic mindset. I focus on solutions. I love to learn. I love to grow. I am truly thankful. I am wealthy in all aspects of my life. My attitude of gratitude is my greatest wealth. My vibration is high and powerful. My life is full of countless blessings. Thank you, universe, for making my life abundant and amazing right now. I choose to appreciate it now. My heart, thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for creating love and gratitude in my life. I thank my lungs for being the organ that brings in life force into my body. Thank you. I am gratefully bringing in life force, prana, universal energy. I am welcoming in an increasingly higher dose of life force to fill up my entire being. Thank you, universe. I love you. I love my body. I thank my body. Every organ in my body are doing the best they can. Every time I thank my body, it works better. It heals faster. I am forever grateful for the miraculous life energy in my body. I am grateful for the good health I am enjoying. Every day, I give thanks to the universe. I am filled with immense gratitude for all the cells in my body. Thank you for working in harmony with each other. I love you. I bow down in awe and gratitude before my immune system, for it keeps me healthy and vital. I am now allowing every cell in my body to replenish, repair, and celebrate my strong and flexible body. Every fiber, every nerve, every cell is dancing the dance of harmony. I give thanks to my brain, that fantastic organ that works in harmony with my body, heart, and soul. I love you. I thank you. I am so happy and grateful for the high vibrational energy that I have circulating in my body right now. I appreciate my new consciousness of how being alive and grateful feels. I am grateful for all the experiences in this lifetime, all the learnings. I choose to connect with my soul plan, my purpose. I am thanking and honoring my spiritual guides for being there for me. Thank you. I am sending them love and gratitude. I invite unconditional love into my reality. I honor the light in me. I honor the light in everybody. It is the light that vibrates in all creation. I am a part of the whole. I am unconditional love. I now send unconditional love and appreciation to my inner child. That little me deserves so much love and appreciation. Thank you, little one, for being so brave. And know that it is okay to make mistakes while learning, while growing. That is life. You are loved and appreciated beyond words. Thank you for being you. You are valuable. You deserve all good in life. You are good enough as you are, always. Thank you, little one. You are in my heart, and my heart is full of love and gratitude. My physical body, I thank you. I love you. My emotional body, I thank you. I love you. My mental body, I thank you. I love you. My spiritual body, I thank you. I honor you. I love you. Thank you, universe, for using me as a tool to experience physical life. I choose to be a tool of good in life. I now allow the universe to work through me with wonder and magic. I show my appreciation by being me. I am unique, and I am here to be me. Thank you, universe, for creating one version of me so that I can express my uniqueness. My mind is always effortlessly focused on positivity and thankfulness. Gratitude is something I just naturally feel all the time. Thankfulness, appreciation, and sincere gratitude are all important parts of who I am. I find it easy to maintain an attitude of gratitude. I am the kind of person who just always appreciates everything life brings my way. And I find it easy to take time each day to take a moment and feel sincere gratitude. Gratitude is the key to manifesting a better life for myself and others. I now have the secret key to contribute and do my part in creating a peaceful, loving, and joyous world for all of life. I am a master creator, and I am thankful for the opportunity that I have been given to live the truth of who I am. Thank you. All these words are vibrating at the frequency of truth for the highest good of every soul involved. It is already done. I am setting the intention for the day to come, and I embrace it with an attitude of gratitude. I appreciate all the peace, love, excitement, learning, growing, compassion, harmony that this day has in store for me and others. Thank you. Thank you, divine intelligence. Thank you, divine love. Wow. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Doran. Good morning, foxes and mushrooms. Am I saying your name right? Foxes on mushrooms. Anne, Justina, Stacy. Good morning, everyone. Celery and lime. Delicious. Foxes on mushrooms. Thank you all for being here. I hope you were able to join in with the affirmation. It is a very powerful affirmation to manifest exactly what you want. If you can feel it as if it is true for you, you generate that feeling in your body. That is the law of attraction. And I can honestly say that I have manifested the life that I want using this affirmation for the last 3 years. What a beautiful morning. The sun is coming up. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. So I have a special guest planned. This is like my favorite comfy spot. So I just did this. I came up with this idea yesterday. And I've been, thinking about where I'm going to do like my set for the show, because, all these content creators, they all have like a set for their YouTube channel. And I've loved this picture. I painted this picture in 2018. And it is usually over my mantle over there. And I love it because it's this rainbow color, and I have a lot of these things in my house that like pop. And so I wanted to put this as my set, and then I have another set that I'm doing for that's going to be my kitchen. So that will be the other set for the show, that I'll do stuff in there, whether I'm cooking or I'm in there doing stuff and the baby's in there, or it's my kitchen's big enough that I might even do workouts on camera for everyone, or meditations, or I want to start practicing qigong. I did some qigong when I was in Sedona on my retreat, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's in the works. There's a few things I want to do in my kitchen first. So let me just catch my breath. I tend to talk and share, and then I start getting really nervous. So it's because I'm not breathing. Your body needs oxygen. And so I listened to one of the catalysts for me that really, really woke me up, like, to all of the crazy stuff going on in the world, was David Wilcock. And he did several live shows with Danny and Brinkley. Danny and Brinkley wrote the book Saved by the Light. He was struck by lightning and died. Really good book. You should check that out. Also, all of David Wilcock's books are really awesome. I've read all of those as well. But Danny and Brinkley, one of the shows that he did with David, he like the whole show throughout, like periodically, he would just like cut David off and just tell everybody in the show to focus on their breathing. And that really stuck with me. That was like during when everything was locked down and we had to wear masks, and society was told that they had to. I didn't. We need oxygen, and we are very constricted. Our bodies tend to be very constricted. Our breathing tends to be very shallow. We've trained our bodies to do that, subconsciously. And so it's really important to breathe, and breathe right. Kevin from Engaged Reiki teaches, to not to engage your shoulders, and what, the image that what he does on screen is he puts his hands up here. And so I've actually started doing that while I'm breathing, putting, like, literally just touching my hands to my shoulders to say, okay, just breathe from down here. And it really helps. So I recommend trying that when you're practicing deep breathing. So I have a deep breathing class planned today. I found I was doing some research on holotropic breath work and found oh, my mom. So my special guest and my surprise guest is going to be my mom. She just texted me. She's feeling so nervous. It's normal, Mom. Just breathe. Practice some deep breathing right now before I send you the link, and you'll be fine. What was I talking about? Okay, the breathwork class. So it's a free breathwork class that I'm going to provide the link. I don't know if I did provide the link. I'll check to see, and if I haven't, I'll update that, and it will be after the broadcast is over that I'll put the link in there for this free 2-hour breath workshop. And so I did some holotropic breath work in Sedona, and I talked about holotropic breath work in my last broadcast. If you didn't catch that, go back and listen to that one to get the explanation on that. But it's basically has its roots in LSD therapy, and I hate that because that's a synthetic version. The natural version of that would be psilocybin shrooms. So foxes on mushrooms. This might be right up your alley. But holotropic breathwork is the drug-free version of that. And so I was doing some research and came across a video on YouTube, a girl that was doing, basically she was doing like a review of this kind of breath work and like, you know, doing it on camera. Someone was leading her through it and she had an amazing experience. And then she provides a link to where you can get this free class. So I'm going to do that today. That was what I was giving myself as a gift for Mother's Day, and asked my husband, I said, don't get me anything. I don't want any candy. I don't want any flowers. You don't need to get me a card. I just need 2 hours to myself where I can go and really, you know, really focus on this. So let me engage in the chat a little bit. This is the first time I'm seeing you here, so welcome. I woke up when I found a group called Stop Agenda 21, and that was over 20 years ago. Wow. When the group disappeared, so did my memories of everything I learned. Really? 20 years ago. That's a long time. That's a long time. I was 15, 20 years ago. Wow. I was so asleep. And that you lost all of your memories when the group disappeared. Wow. That's crazy. That's a crazy story. That is crazy. That you believed it, like when you heard all of the stuff from that group, and did you fully believe it like you do now? I mean, did you know everything that was going on? Because there's a lot of stuff, man. The rabbit hole runs deep. That shit is crazy. Good book. Hey, I have the book, and I don't know if you know this, but he also has it on Audible. All his other books are on Audible, and he reads them. And I don't know, I really like the way David Wilcock talks. I like the way his voice sounds, and yeah, so it's on Audible too. I just finished it on Audible. I need to reread it because there's a lot of stuff in there that can help you understand your dreams. If you know, you have to do the work. So dreams are spiritual guidance for you. It's your guides trying to get your attention, you know, and give you, you know, it could be premonitions. It's if you really start taking notice of your dreams, they're not just random stuff. It's not just random stuff, but it's symbology. And so you have to learn the language of symbology to be able to interpret that. And David gives, you know, some really good information. If you're interested in learning about it, check out his book. It was weird, like someone hit a light switch. That's crazy. I mean, that's how I feel once I think I watched. So if you go on my personal channel, not sure where you're watching this from. If you're watching from the collective channels, well, from the collective super channel and the quantum channel, subscribe to Holistic Mom super channel and also my personal page. I post different content on my personal page as well as sometimes I'll post different stuff on just the Holistic Mom super channel. And if you know, you never know what's going to happen if we get strikes on the super channels, and I'm not able to post. There's some things that I haven't posted on there because there were strikes and I wasn't able to post anything, or if they get taken down, you just want to, you know, be able to stay in contact with me. You want to, you know, go ahead and subscribe to all my channels and you'll get different content anyways. So on that channel is a video. There's a playlist titled The Video That Woke Me Up, and it's David Wilcox. I watched that and I was like, I went into, like, I guess, another dark night of the soul and really, really started questioning my religion. And it was nuts. So during that time, I really started questioning my religion, and I read a book called Starseed Transmissions, that it ties everything together, spirituality and Christ consciousness. So it all brought me back to Jesus. And then I had this dream, which was right around the time, this was this was right before I found out I was pregnant, which, by the way, this is crazy. So it's Mother's Day. It's been 2 years exactly since I found out I was pregnant with my now 16-month-old Audrey. And that's when my life changed, like drastically. But that, my awakening to everything, extraterrestrials, and, the fact that, I mean, like, angels, what are angels? Angels are not of this planetary field. If you're religious, and, it's hard to wrap your mind around all of this stuff, but then it all makes sense. Ooh, sneak peek. I'm going to be having a special guest. I have 3 interviews planned for this coming week. So I'm going to be bringing on other content creators, or people that I am very interested to know their story, and I want to share their story with everyone else. So one of them is a girl that I met. Actually, there's 2 of them that I met in Sedona. They're going to be coming on, but on the talking about spirituality and religion, this chick that she just created a YouTube channel that's called New to That Spirituality. And she's like goes through and explains how it all connects. Spirituality, this woo-woo spirituality, connects to religion and Christianity in particular. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, and so I'll have her on the show. Those will be posted. Those will not be live broadcasts. I think that I'm just going to record them and post them. I think that'll be easier for me, and easier for the guest, because they may not be doing lives, and it may be a little bit scary for them. Anyways, I've been rambling for a little bit. I need to bring my mother on. That's really when I woke up too, because it was really, I left. I was in a toxic relationship, and if you don't know the story, I've talked about it several times in other videos. But I left. I had to leave the state of Florida to finally break free from this toxic relationship. And when I moved up here with my mother and my grandmother, and lived with my mother, my grandmother, and my daughter for 3 years, and really started questioning, like praying, that I just wanted to know the truth about everything. I opened myself up to that, to all of the information that came to me, and I started seeing the everything. Politics is really where I started questioning things. And then I don't even know what I was asking the universe when I stumbled on David's video. That it was a video interview that he did with Collective Evolution, and that's the video that's on my personal page under Stacy Freed. If you go down into the playlists, it's the video that woke me up. But that all of this stuff is crazy. I questioned my own reality at first, but now nothing shocks me anymore. The scarier or stranger things sound, the more I want to know. Yes, and the stuff that is being put, the narrative that's being put out in the world, regardless of what it is. If you Google something like nutrition, you're trying to find credible information for nutrition, and the stuff that comes up in the searches first. I did a video about safflower oil. You search safflower oil, you're going to find a lot of stuff that says it's healthy for you. It's a lie. So that's the narrative. Any of the narratives that are being put out, I question. If they're saying that it's the truth, I'm like, it's probably bullshit. Wow. Congratulations. I am so happy for you that you survived that and you beat that. That's awesome. I'd love to hear your story. Maybe I can have you on as a special guest. Yay. Thank you. Good morning, Kevin. That's awesome. Isn't it crazy how that happens? I've been getting synchronicities. 222s have been coming up for me a lot over the last couple years. And I really didn't know what they meant. And then I've really been seeing, like really been paying attention lately, and I've been looking them up. And there is this movement going on YouTube that a vacuum was created. I've said this to a couple of people. There was a vacuum created when all of the they've purged all the content creators that were talking about political stuff. And it created a vacuum for content creators like me that are holistic and are now trying to usher in this, healing for the collective. And that's what this channel is about. FitMomOnFire TV is about raising vibrations, healing hearts and humanity. And how we do that is by sharing our gifts. And if you're listening to this broadcast and you're on my channel and you feel drawn to it, you're here for a reason. And I want to create community, because I don't get to see anybody. Like, I don't get to see people on a regular basis like this, and have conversations. It's on social media. It's not in physical life anymore. And that's crazy, and it sucks, but we have to create connection and community, and not just make social media about scrolling mindlessly and liking things, but actually connect on a personal level and share our gifts and share our story. Because getting on and doing this is very healing for me. Like, I used to cry on camera. I don't know if you were watching the affirmation that I did. I almost cried. Or I got a little choked up there when I was, giving my inner child some love. I felt really vulnerable. I'm on camera and there's all these people are watching me, but that's real. And that's healing for me, and it's healing for the person that needs to see this. It needs to be watching this and watch me be vulnerable on camera. If this is you, this is something that you want to do, you want to get on and share your story, I can have you on as a special guest, or we can get you set up with your own channel. And I want to help you. Yes, girl. This would be awesome. Listen, shoot me an email. What is my email? FitMomOnFire@gmail.com. I would love to connect with you, hear your story, and we can definitely set up a time and do an interview on camera. It's so fun. I love this. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That is huge. I know that it feels so amazing, to look in the mirror. To look in the mirror and feel good about what you see. 74 pounds is like a whole nother, teenager or adolescent. It's a whole person, a small person, but it's a person. Oh, didn't you feel better after, like, releasing that? Like, you don't have to be afraid. We've been taught that it's not okay to cry as a child, because I have three kids, and so when they cry, I'm just like, oh, what are you crying about? There's nothing to cry about. I've told my daughter, my oldest one, that before when she's cried. So we train them, we're programmed at such a young age to hold our emotions in and not show our emotions. And so it's really good to release that. If you feel it well up, don't be ashamed, of showing it to people. It's in the witnessing that helps you heal as well, because this is obviously you're not on camera with me, but if anybody ever comes on, as a special guest, and you get emotional, Like, this is a safe space. Nobody here is going to judge you. And if we have some dumbass troll in the chat, I'm just going to block them. You know, it's okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to release the emotion, and that's how you heal. You feel it, sit with it, feel it, and then release it with love. No, Kevin, you did not miss the breathwork class. I'm not actually doing a breathwork class for everyone. I was doing affirmations. Like, you've inspired me to actually do something for everyone, and I'm don't see myself as somebody that's able to lead like a meditation on my own. So what I did was I put my headphones in and I did my affirmation, um, went through my affirmation with my headphones on and just said it aloud, which is what I do anyways. And I know it sounded really good with my eyes closed, because I couldn't, if I were like, I thought about putting it on a PDF and reading it, but then I would have to have my eyes open, and it's easier to feel when I have my eyes closed, you know, and going within. So, but the breathwork class that I was talking to you about, that's actually something with somebody else that's hosting it. And that's going to be later today. And so anybody that wants to do that, I have the link for you. And so you can schedule it for when it's most convenient for you. But something that I want you to take into account is that, or take note of, is that the class is actually Pacific time is when it's scheduled. So you have to convert it to your time yourself. Like, it doesn't automatically convert it for you. So make sure that when you schedule the class, you know that it's going to be a time difference for you from the time that you're picking. Makes sense? Wow. Well, you're in the right place, Stacy. So definitely shoot me an email and we will talk. Big things are coming this year, and amazing things for you in the works, honey. That problem, are we talking about being vulnerable and crying in front of people? I missed that. Sorry. Thank you. Celery juice I didn't feel like juice. Last time I tried to juice celery, I didn't get very much from it, and my juicer makes a lot of noise, so I just decided to go and buy some myself. All right, so I'm going to bring on my special guest, and I hope she's ready. All right. Mom, I am sending you a link via Facebook Messenger. Go to Facebook Messenger, Mom, and click on the link, and you'll pull it up on your computer, and it'll come up, and you'll be on the screen with me. Don't be nervous. So my mom is awesome, and she is selfless. She is an amazing woman, and I hope to be half the woman that she has been. She has been there for me in my darkest times and has never given up on me. She's always selflessly helped me whenever I needed it, even though I have not treated her the best. In fact, I've treated my mom very, very bad at times. But she always forgives me. And She has stuck with me through it all. And I know that she is so proud of me at all of these amazing changes that I've made, because if you know the story, I've come a long way. I actually, committed armed robbery and spent, 3 years in, well, I wasn't actually 3 years, but I was sentenced to 3 years in prison, and I spent 18 months in prison. Before that, I was in county jail for 8 months originally. I was out on bond, and then I was in county jail again after I was convicted for 5 months, and then I went to prison for 18 months. So my mom, went through all of that, through the toxic relationships that I've been in. She has literally helped raise my oldest daughter. And she's here I'm here with her in Georgia. I had to leave, the state to get out of a toxic relationship, moved in with her and my grandmother. And now I live across the street. And she has helped me, with Audrey when I had her. My mother was over here for like the first several months, basically helping me because she had colic so bad. She would sleep here at night and take care of Audrey so that I could sleep. And this time around has been so much easier. Micah is so easy to take care of. Audrey's sleeping through the night now, and Micah pretty much sleeps through the night. He only wakes up one time to eat. He wakes up a lot more during the day. Hold on one second. Go to Facebook Messenger and click on the link to be added to the broadcast. Don't be nervous. Justin, Audrey's waking up. You can give her her bottle, please. It's right here on the TV stand. So anyways, my mother is amazing. And, these changes that are taking place, with me having a channel and getting on and broadcasting and sharing my gifts and sharing my story, it all came about. I was watching, so the people that turned me on to HempWorks, the channel is called Spiritually Raw, and they have been a huge influence on me, and they're amazing and brilliant at what they do. They know so much about broadcasting and have really helped me to do everything that I'm doing now, and then creating this community, of other people that I've connected with that have inspired me to even go further on this. And so I've been taking CBD for since January. God, it's going on 6 months now. Well, it's 5 months going on. Is it? Yeah. I mean, we're within the 5th month. So I started it, at the beginning, like right in, I don't remember if it was December. I'd have to go back and look to be certain, but I've been on this. It is network marketing. It is an amazing opportunity. So I'm sorry, I'm not selling, but I am going to explain this, so if you don't want to hear this, it's not a sales pitch, but I am going to share it. So it's because it's changed my life. It has raised my vibration. CBD is amazing. I've done a lot of research on it. There is a lot of clinical research supporting the fact that this stuff can really transform your health. It works with our endocannabinoid system, and it creates balance, and it allows your body to do what it does naturally. And so coupling that with other healthy measures like nutrition and exercise and meditation and deep breathing, and that will completely transform your life. But the CBD will actually help you. It sets you up for success. It kind of helps you regulate your emotions and, bring your body back to a state of balance, basically. So my mom is here with me. I'm going to bring her on. She's not on the broadcast yet. Hold on. Hi, Mom. Now you're on.
I can't hear you.
What headphones do you have on? Because you're on.
Where's my mic?
Hold on. I can hear you. Take your headphones out. Can you hear me now? No? Turn your speakers on your computer. So I'm going to be getting her, there it is. I'm going to be getting her set up to have her own channel. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Let me
No?
check my my stuff. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know. I got it.
We know what it is now.
I got it. Let me check my stuff.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Awesome. So my mom, everybody, this is my mom over here. Her name is Gina Gale. So I've created a channel for her, and I'm going to be getting her set up so she can start broadcasting. But we've been on HempWorks CBD since the beginning of the year, and it has really, it's transformed my life. I mean, I feel amazing. My vibration is high. I'm able to regulate my emotions. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. This is something that I don't know, I couldn't do before. And, when it comes to weight loss, CBD is amazing for weight loss. I have a blog on my website. You can check that out. It's actually called CBD for Exercise and Weight Loss. So you can read all about it. But my mom has been on it as well. And I asked her, I said, I want you to be honest. How has it made you feel, Mom? How has it made you feel?
It's great. I have more energy. I do a lot of this. I do a lot of CBD though. I do the vitality, the curcumin. Of course, I've always had trouble sleeping at night with 4 kids when I was younger.
Part of that's my fault because I used to wake her up because I'd sneak out all the time.
Well, she's the reason I have this beautiful color of hair color that it's natural. Stacy gave that to me. That's something that she gave to me. But I do the melatonin, the CD, if I said that right, helps me sleep. And I take that at night. So that's done a lot for me. Yeah. I have a lot more energy.
And when it comes to like maintaining your weight, so like I'm able to, after I had the baby, after I had Micah, like I'm down like to under pre-baby weight, and it's not a struggle to maintain my weight. And I mean, obviously eating clean, I've in the past, and since I've had the baby, I have not eaten the cleanest all the time. I do eat some things that maybe I shouldn't. And every time I do, I experience issues with my stomach. And then I realize, it's like, oh yeah, that's why I don't eat that. But it's not a struggle to maintain my weight anymore. I'm not constantly looking at the scale and where before I would put on weight, whenever I put on weight, it'd be in my stomach. And I could look down at my stomach and feel bloated, but it's not doing that anymore.
That's
And
the Seagrave's pot too,
I'm sorry.
That's the Seagrave's pot too.
That's the curse we broke, right?
Yeah.
So my mom has always told me, this little pooch, women have that, and we all want abs, but the abs are probably the hardest thing to get because it's all in your diet. And we being stressed out, cortisol, and we hold fat here on our stomach. And my mom has always told me, oh, that's the Seagrave's pot. It's our family curse. I think a lot of women suffer from that. And again, it's in your diet.
My mother's maiden name.
Yes.
So that's what Seagrave's came from. What do you mean Seagrave's?
Family tree. Yeah, they're probably wondering. Yeah. So again, it's in your diet and reducing stress. And so if this is something that you want to see change, CBD may be something that could help you reach your goals, but it's not going to be the only thing. I was telling someone just the other day that was asking me, a lady that I know, I met her at the library when I first moved up here, Mom.
Yeah.
And so I've been friends with her on social media. I like to do that whenever I meet somebody, if I'm at the store or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, are you on Facebook? Let's connect. instead of, exchanging numbers. But so I've talked to her, and she's been on her own journey. She's been a single mom, and struggling with her weight. And she was asking me about CBD, and I said, now listen, because I've known her for several years. This isn't going to be like, you can't just do this and nothing else and expect to get the results that I'm telling you about. Okay. Because it's synergistic, and everything works together, and it's going to take, changing your lifestyle and changing your diet and eating higher quality food and eating more produce, fruits and vegetables, things that are natural, whole food, in addition to moving your body. You don't have to work out strength. Right. And so, Mom,
that's only because getting into the healthy food, and then you start doing that, and then you have to watch what you eat afterward, because the other food that you're used to eating will make you sick.
Yes. If you change your diet and you start eating healthier, and then you go back to eating crap, you will pay for it. Absolutely. Mom was experiencing some of that with when we went to she was going through a lot. We actually connected her with an energy healer that I know that she's in our network on YouTube. Her name is Sherry Divband. We Mom and I both had an energy healing session with her. Anyway, so CBD is amazing. If this is something that could possibly help you, definitely check out my blog. I have posted a lot of information on that. There's a tab on my website that explains CBD, and then there's a video about
I love the shampoo and cream rinse too.
Oh my God, cream rinse. My mom is called it's conditioner, and my mom and dad have always called it cream rinse. I was wondering where that came from, but so the shampoo and conditioner.
I guess that's many years ago. It's always called cream rinse.
So we use the shampoo and conditioner.
That was more thicker. Conditioner was a
watery.
No. Conditioner was a thick thing, like a treatment. When they say conditioner, cream rinse was just like what you buy in the store and you put
regularly. Okay, so if that in that aspect, so there's a deep conditioner that HempWorks also has, and then there's the conditioner. So the regular conditioner, I guess, would be cream rinse then. Yeah. So we use all the products. I use the hair serum. I absolutely love it. Makes my hair really soft. And for those of you that color your hair, my hair is bleached. Bleaching your hair actually strips the protein. So my hair is amazingly soft even after having, the color treatment to it. Yeah, and from using HempWorks.
And you just got it colored amazingly enough, she gets it colored the same color that she gave me growing up. Is that on?
Yeah, and I tone it, so I have shampoo that tones it like it looks a metallic kind of silver colored. Yeah, just like it's the in thing, Mom. Your hair, her hair is natural, and people pay hundreds of dollars to get hair that looks like hers. Oh, look. Chastity says yes, cream rinse.
Yeah, there you go. It is cream rinse.
So she knows what we're talking about. My mom says that. Look.
Yeah.
So going back. I'm sorry. I mean, going back to some of the comments in the chat. There's a lot. Oh my gosh, I've missed a lot of you guys. I'm so sorry. Spiritually Raw is awesome. Mom, do you watch Spiritually Raw?
Yeah.
I love them. And actually just had a call with Jay yesterday.
Sherry too.
Yeah. Sherry's amazing. I love all her content. I have 4 kiddos and custody of my 2 nephews. I'm so glad I found you today. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here with me. This has actually been a really long broadcast. We're going on an hour already. Spiritually Raw rocks. April and Jay, they are brilliant people, and I love their energy. And so, like I just said, I just had a call with Jay yesterday. We're planning something that's coming up, a mastermind to kind of skyrocket what we're doing. CBD is amazing. There are amazing benefits. I was talking about this yesterday. So for those that hear about all of like these these suppressed technologies. And you know that if you're familiar with Nasara Jasara, people that are watching this, if you're familiar with Nasara Jasara and you know about all of these suppressed technologies that they talk about, I believe that there's a lot of technologies that we don't even consider to be technologies that are suppressed, such as our endocannabinoid system and CBD, supplementing with that, or say sun gazing. That's a suppressed technology. And this was mentioned. Grounding is a suppressed technology. Light therapy is a suppressed technology. Herbal medicine. And I mean, Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Nutrition is a suppressed technology. We're actually programmed to eat, you know, a certain way from early on. What'd you say?
We're programmed to eat McDonald's.
Yes, eat fast food and eat convenient and eat for taste and eat even when we're not hungry. You know, subliminal messages and so there's suppressed technology that we have to really, really turn our lives around. We don't need to wait for somebody to release some photon ray, you know, med bed or whatever it is. Like, we can do this ourselves. Go out and sit in the sun early in the morning and put your ass on the bare ground, put your feet on, practice meditation, breathe deeply, oxygenate your body, feed your body high quality, high vibration foods, hydrate. All of these things, exercise, move your body, practice gratitude, feel love, focus on the positive things in life and turn the damn news off, because all of that shit is what's getting you down. And watch shows like this. Stop watching stuff that, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Like, I watch Sean Morgan. It is quite all right to know what's going on in the world, but don't feed into it. Don't put your energy and feel like, oh my God, this is happening. And this is, oh my gosh, all of this going on in the world is such a negative thing. And don't worry.
You just have to accept it, that it's the
Yes.
times that the Bible tells us about. This is the battle between good and evil. Where
Yes.
good will be shown as evil or look like evil, and evil will look like good, or that's how they'll try to portray it. So these are the times that we've been told about in a different way, but they're here. And
Yes.
got to not let the what's going on scare you, because what fear mongering, what it's doing to everybody now, even my own mother. So it does happen. By letting it do it, you have to know what's going on, because you do want to know what's going on. I understand not dwelling on it, but knowing what they're doing and having an idea of what you need to do in order to protect yourself and take care of your family.
Yes. Counter that. Like, know what's going on and counter that with what you're manifesting. So my mom and I, we live on family property. This property has been here in our family for over 200 years, and we don't own it. It's over 48 acres. There's 11 acres behind the 48 acres that's my uncle's property. And then across the street where my mom lives is my grandmother's. And then up the road is my other uncle's, her brother. The uncle that lives over here is her uncle. So we're going to purchase this property, and we are going to revitalize it and turn it into a community for our family. And we're going to make it self-sustaining, garden, livestock if we need them, and just, there's a spring, there's a creek, we're going to have like a trail, we're going to build a gym, we're going to restore the house, the honeymoon cottage, and the barn. Mom, I told her about this, and I told her about the law of attraction. I taught her about how you can manifest, and she went and did a vision board for this. And so we have been manifesting this. Mom, share a little bit about it, because I know you're excited about it. She tells me all the time.
You know, it's just something that I want to do. It's real exciting, and envisioning all the time of what's going to happen and where I'm going to put stuff and everything on the property. And there is other property I want to add to it, connecting to these properties if that all works out. So we're, you know, it's all a long process, and hopefully it happens. I want my mother to be able to see what we do in the lifetime. Now, you're talking about the honeymoon cottage. There's only 2 rooms left of the original house that was on the property, and it was named, my grandfather called it the honeymoon cottage. He he was a kid. He loved to kid us kids, you know, like Grandpa ate garlic. He was a very, very healthy old man, and he ate garlic. And he would come up to us kids all the time and try to hug and kiss on us after he'd been eating garlic. And we're saying, "Oh, get away from us, Smell." But it was funny to him to torment us that way. But the honeymoon cottage was something he named. And when we would all come up here on vacation, the kids would all fight over who was going to stay in the honeymoon cottage. Only 2 rooms left, but it was really nice. And so, you know, that's what's left. But it's dilapidated. I will probably have to tear it down and start from scratch. I'm hoping to be able to keep most of the wood inside. Amazingly enough, that the wood is that old, and inside the honeymoon cottage, that parts of it before it started closing in on the roof, we're still really good wood. Out in our barn, the inside of the barn that we're going to redo is out on the property. The outside, of course, has to be redone, but the inside is perfect. Like, all you have to do is clean it up and wash it, and it'll look like brand new. So we're excited about it. I hope it looks good. Thank you.
So my dad, someone in the chat just mentioned something, and I want to share this. So Fox says, my mom is battling cancer now. Prayers for you on this day and always. Stacy, I am so sorry. Dad has been battling cancer since 2015. But it was stage 4 lymphoma, and he went into remission. But he didn't change his lifestyle. My dad sprayed Roundup. He was owned a lawn service for 30 years and sprayed Roundup. And so the cancer came back and metastasized in his brain. But we got to spend, my mom and I got to spend a year with him before his passing, because he had a heart attack in Florida and an aneurysm and had to have surgery. And we brought him up here to live with us. And so that's what mom has been grieving and has been experiencing some physical symptoms of that. And that was where the energy healing, I introduced her to an energy healer, Sherry. If any of you know her, Sherry Dibben's amazing. She has 2 books. I did an interview with her, and I'll be doing another interview. Now she's going to interview me. And so that's going to be coming as well. But my dad left us an amazing gift. You know, I believe that people that develop cancer can heal. And so I will be praying for your mom, Tracy. I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through that, and that she's going through that, because it can be very painful watching a loved one go through that, and then experiencing, because now I sit and I think about my dad, and it's crazy to wrap my mind around. My dad isn't here anymore, and I do get emotional. I have gotten emotional, but I have been working on death for a long time. And because I believe that this is just a physical existence, and that we are energy, and that our energy does not die. And so I believe he is in a place of healing right now, and that now he knows the truth. But he has given us a gift, because he had cancer, and he went through this had a lawsuit with Monsanto's. Now he's going to be leaving us an inheritance. And so he has an estate that we haven't received it yet. But this is something that I had been telling my mom for years about manifesting, and we didn't know how the hell we were going to buy this property, or how the hell we were going to do what we were planning on doing to create, countering the negative narrative and the negative timeline. We are creating the new earth and the 5D, ushering that in by creating this community and self-sustaining community for our family and our friends. Well, this is how. And I told her the other day, I'm like, Mom, remember what I said to you. Remember all the times I was telling you about this, and you always questioned, you don't know how it's going to happen. And this is how. We don't know how much is coming, but it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to buy this property and do everything that we want to do, and then have left over. And Mom is going, I put together a channel for her. I created, it's under Gina Gale, and I'll put a link in the description when we're done with this broadcast. But she is going to be having her own channel and getting on and sharing her own story. And so are you still nervous now after being on? It's
I'm
nice.
not nervous. Why did you think I was nervous?
Didn't you say you were nervous?
No, well, I said I was nauseous.
Oh, nauseous. I read it wrong. See, that's me not really paying attention and not really reading it.
No, and it's that thing that happens, that everything that I'm going through this, what do you call it? Where my body's changing. Sometimes
Ascension symptoms.
I get sick.
Ascension symptoms and the awakening.
Yeah, that happens sometimes in the morning, early in the morning, and I drink water. I haven't eaten anything, haven't taken my medication, so I know it's not any of that.
And it's not, and she says medication.
Oh,
let's so something that
CBD, my CBD.
It's not medication. It's not pharmaceutical. So mom had a heart attack. Actually, it's been a year, right?
It was May the 23rd of last year, of 2020.
It's mom had a heart attack a year ago. She came over here and woke me up. It was like at 10 o'clock at night and had me take her to the hospital. And she was having a massive heart attack. And we got her there in time. She had surgery. Apparently they put stents in her body and told her, now you have to be on these statins for the rest of your life. Same with my dad. Neither one of them took the stuff that they gave him. My mom took it for a while. It was because they gave it to her in the hospital, and then she was taking it when she got home. I was like, she was sick
all the time, throwing up. I couldn't keep any food down.
I'm gonna listen. I have to use
10 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you tell this story. Tell them, about how you were on it, and then what I told you and how I got you off of it. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna let you tell the story. I've got to pee, so I'll be right back. Go ahead, Mom.
No, yeah, they had me on on their stuff. It was probably 4 or 5 different medications that they had me on, and of course, some of them was for high blood pressure, of course, for the blood thinners. But I just couldn't keep anything down. I mean, it was horrible. Constantly getting up, throwing up, going to the restroom. Finally, I quit taking them over a weekend. I said, I just can't do this. I got to figure something else out. So Stacy started researching and started looking for alternative supplements to do the same thing that the medication that I was taking. And so I started taking Danshan, which is red sage, also cayenne pepper pills, or capsules, which is really amazing. The doctors will tell you that the cayenne is good. And it's a few other things. Hawthorn, which is also a dietary supplement. Not dietary, but I mean, it's for blood pressure, for high blood pressure. So I take those. Then a few other things. Vitamin D, I started taking, trying to think of all the ones I take. And then, of course, the CBD. I had the CBD Vitality. But the medication, or the alternative for the blood thinners was the best. I didn't have any more side effects. I was able to start keeping food down once I changed over to the medication. But the main thing was the hawthorn and the red sage, and then, of course, I later started taking the cayenne caplets. So made a difference. I take them today. Oh yeah. Then I went to a chiropractor, and she took an X-ray of my body, and we can't find any stents. So I don't know how to do the stents that they put in, but either, supposedly it's dangerous for them to break up and go through your body, but I haven't had any problem with that. They even took another X-ray, thinking, well, maybe we can't see it, but even the radiologist, the person that reviews the X-ray, said, no, we don't see no stents. So,
did you tell them also about going to the naturopathic doctor?
Oh yeah, I went to him. Yeah, and he loved all my He loved all my medicines that I have my little trusty box with all my stuff in it, But yeah, he was great. First time I'd had acupuncture, which was a new experience. Oh, that's right. Today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
That's what this is, a Mother's Day special. That's why we're doing this. So, Mom, thank you so much for sharing. Everyone, we are on this amazing journey of awakening. And again, my mom had a heart attack, and she is more vibrant than ever a year later, you know, by not taking the, I mean, I have to tell you that you're supposed to consult your doctor, always consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed nutritionist or a registered dietitian. But I also want to tell you it's really important that you do your own research and don't just go off of what your doctor is telling you for everything. Everything that they tell you, do your own research. It's supposed to be informed consent. And you're supposed to use or work with your doctor together, both of you. Don't just go in there and blindly go off of what they're telling you, because they're getting a kickback from, you know, the drug companies, and maybe that's all they know. Some doctors are really, they're not coming from a bad place. They're really trying to help people, but their training is in sick care. They're trained to identify diseases. They're not trained in health or nutrition or healing. Doctors are not healers. You are your own healer, and listen to your own intuition always. I'm just trying to get through some of these chats. I changed my diet when I got multiple sclerosis. My weight's fine. My nervous system is a wreck. Now your weight is fine. Your nervous system is a wreck. Meditation. Sherry Dipman is the real deal. I like her. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Sherry.
She's awesome. There's so much. Thank you everybody for, you know, being in the chat. There's so much going on here.
Well, you gotta remember to read those.
Oh yeah, well it's you know, I'm that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get through some of them. Preach it, both mamas. There you go. Yeah, we have a lot to share, and so that's why I've been really wanting to get her on. I did create her a channel, and go ahead and subscribe to her channel. It's under Gina Gail, GINA GAIL. I think I'm like her only subscriber, but I'm gonna get her set up to get on and start sharing her story. You know, she has an amazing story. My mom is selfless. My mom, my whole life, I don't know how she does it. She tells everybody she had 5 kids naturally. She raised 4 kids, and I could barely handle the one I had, and now I have 3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
a full-time job, and an extra full-time husband.
My dad was, as much as I love him, you know, the truth about our life is that I had a very toxic upbringing. And so my mom is going to share her version, her perspective of, you know, her life, what she experienced with my dad and the toxic relationship. And he was very abusive physically and emotionally, and he was very vulgar, and he, you know, slammed things around and broke things.
I don't know how I'll get through that without being emotional, though.
And that's okay. And that's okay though, because this stuff is really, it's healing. It's healing to get on and be vulnerable, and nobody's going to judge you. And if there's anybody in the chat that says ugly things, we call those trolls, and you just block them. And the people that are the good people in your chat, they'll moderate for you, and they'll call those people out. So don't have to. After seeing Out of the Shadows and Fall of the Cabal, I know what to avoid now. Those were, Mom, you remember those. So my mom is out of my whole family, out of my siblings. She is actually out of my whole family. She is the most open.
Except for Kristen.
I'm sorry?
Except for Kristen.
Well, Kristen. Yes, that's right. My cousin Kristen. My cousin Kristen is the loony one that's been awake for a lot longer than all of us. And now my whole family thinks I'm crazy, and they think that I'm dragging my mom into this. But
your Uncle Vance, he was before Kristen, and everybody thought he was crazy. But Uncle Vance did a lot of stuff, you know. Of course, not with us now, but maybe in another form.
Yeah. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Is my household's lifestyle now. That is amazing. That's a really good one to put up in the kitchen. Like, you know how people have, like, you know, pictures of words, or like, you know, quotes around their house. That's a good one. I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm blown away at the synchronicities in this journey to get her, or did you
Together or to get her?
To get her or together today with y'all,
Together.
together with y'all. That's awesome. I'm this is what I want. This is what, Mom, this is what I've been striving for, is this show. I'm really happy with the way that this show is going. And I really came into this morning with the intention of showing up in the present moment and just being my authentic self. And so I want to really thank you for doing this with me, because you're making this, like, the show what it is, because it's Mother's Day. So I love you so much, Mom. And I really, my life would have been so different. You know, I probably would ended up under a bridge somewhere or dead had you not, you know, been my mom, you know, watching over me and supporting me through everything.
It was hard.
No, it was hard. It was a
Back
struggle.
then,
So,
it was hard. It's easier now.
well, I've changed so much. So for all of those moms out there that you know, are going through it with, you know, their children, behavior issues and acting out,
and they're all different, and all the children are different. It's like Stacy had her struggles, and although I spent with her, how it was with her, with the kids, is with Stacy, I ended up going to court dates and visiting her in jail all the time. Whereas with the other three, I went to high school track meets and concerts. But they still think I spent more on Stacy than I did on them. So all your kids handle things differently. And I didn't realize that the other three had, are the other two older ones. I don't think Joshua has dealt with it as much as you older three, or went through what y'all went through. But Jason and Stephanie dealt with it differently, and it can cause friction if you're not careful and you don't see that everybody needs some kind of attention. And I thought I was giving the right attention to the other two, but I wasn't. So they, you know, they can it can make an effect. And I didn't find that out until recently, and they're grown. So, you know, you think you do right, and y'all always say, "Oh, you were so amazing," but there's so many times you can be spread so thin, and you got to bring yourself back in so that you can see all of the kids and be able to handle them all differently.
Yes, and I also, you know, how I'm approaching parenthood now, as opposed to how I was approaching parenthood when I was a single mother and I was asleep and operating completely unconscious out of you know, painful patterns that I had established within me. So the book that woke me up from that was The Conscious Parent by Dr. Shefali. I've mentioned that a couple of times, and she also has a second one called The Awakened Family. So instead of trying to impose what I feel my daughter should be and not accepting her, so now it is allowing her to be. And if she's angry, that's okay. And it's, you know, you just have to be open and let them express how they feel. Let them get it out. Right, Mom? Because that's what Stephanie, I think, and I don't want to put them out there, you know, maybe they don't want to be talked about on a live broadcast, but our family, you know, my sister was going through some stuff, and she expressed to my mom, you know, it got kind of, the conversation was emotional, and all of this stuff came up because she didn't feel that my mom was there for her in the way that she needed. And you just witnessing that, because that's a healing process for her, and that emotion is coming up. And not beating yourself up, but it's healing. What I see is it's like this dynamic that's healing for both of you, and you cannot be hard on yourself, and you have to forgive. That's really where the struggle is forgiving ourselves. So like my daughter, I'm there for her, but it took a lot for me to go, I can't beat myself up over the time that I wasn't there for her, because I did the best I could with my level of consciousness and where I was, you know, spiritually at that time, with what I knew how to do. Right. And so you'll take yourself down a darker path if you start going, oh, I wasn't there and woe is me, and I can't believe I'm so angry with myself for not being there. It should have been different. I wish I would have been there for my children. You're there now. You're awake now. And
I just realized I need to practice because I got to sing at church this morning.
all right. Well, and we've been on for a really long time, and so I'm sure other people have some things. Let me go through this really quick. So for your family, thank you, Tracy. Thank you for being here. Everybody that has stayed on and watched this with us. My mom lasted 7 years after being told she'd be gone in 2. She was into holistic healing, but because of the way the medical field is run, they broke her spirit. I am against Western medicine poison. Amen. Yeah, I'm completely, I don't even like doctors. Like, honestly, I'm against it. And I have my primary care is my chiropractor. And my children don't even have pediatricians. They've never seen a doctor. Except for my first, Audrey, my second. I always say that, my second, Audrey, she did break her leg. And she did see a doctor for that, but she doesn't have a pediatrician. Stacy's mom, thank you so much for telling your story. Her name is Gina Gale. I can say Stacy's mom has got it going on. I love that song. Mom, have you heard that song? Stacy's mom has got it going on. I'm going to have to play it for you today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does. That stuff is terrible for you. Yes, it does.
I mean, they're hard to find.
They
There's
are.
only 2 in this area, right?
Yeah.
We had found only 2.
Only my twin is with me during the Great Awakening. The rest of the family thinks we are insane. That's fine. They thought that before all this anyways. We are proud to be weirdos. Yes, we're all weirdos together. Weirdos are welcome on this platform. So I'm so happy that you're here with us. That was beautiful. Mama speaking on her journey as a mom being spread thin. Yep, that's what she's going to be sharing, a lot more of that. So definitely check her channel out. Mystic Mimi, oh my God, thank you for being here. Oh, so much love from everybody in the chat. Thank you for, being here with us, Mom. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and all the help that you give me day in and day out, even when I can be in a bad mood. And I tend to, we're humans. We take things out on the people that are closest to us. They get the worst of us. But she can also see, all of the changes that are happening with me. And I know that you approve of everything that I am now. And you can sit back and I can say, pat yourself on the back because I'm this way because you loved me so well.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
So Mom has to go. She goes to church with her mom every Sunday, even though she's questioning all of that.
Duets, I'm the only alto. It's a senior church, and they're all seniors. So in the choir, I'm the only alto. So I get stuck with doing duets and quartets because I'm the only alto around. So, but yeah, we got a song to do today, me and Donna.
You got a new subscriber, Mom.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Stacy.
So I love you so much. You can go ahead and click off and then it'll just go back to me and I'll end the broadcast. But I love you. Have a good day at church.
You too. I'll see you later. Sure.
Bye.
Studio. Would I click Leave Studio?
Yeah, Leave Studio. And she's gone. Oh my goodness. That was so fun. Happy Mother's Day. Everybody there's a lot of people. I mean, 9 people in the chat that you guys have stuck with me. This is a long broadcast. So it's the Mother's Day special. That's why we were on for so long. And I had so much fun with you guys. My mom has an amazing story. So I can't wait for her to start sharing that. And it's so hard for me to I want to share some of her story and I have to hold myself back from that, but it is, the sun is coming up, and back to the breath. Shoulders down. Bring yourself back to the present moment. The sun is coming up, and I want to go out and do some grounding and sun gazing today, because this morning is off to an amazing start. So I hope you all will have an amazing Mother's Day. Be sure to get out in nature today. Get your body on the bare ground. Sit in the sun. Feel gratitude for being alive. For all of the amazing things that our mothers have done for us that have really made us who we are. And even if maybe you have a different story, with your mother, maybe it was a much different experience with your mother. Maybe you had an experience with your mother like I had with my father. I forgave my dad a long time ago when I started doing this. That was probably the first thing I did on my awakening journey, is I forgave my dad, and for my upbringing, and for all of the, something that my dad said that stuck with me was that I was the cause of all the family problems. And I really got the brunt, my mom and I, of all of the toxicity and the, abuse. It was all directed at us. The physical abuse was really directed at my mom and I. My brother and my sister, they didn't, my two brothers and my sister didn't get as much as we did. And so I was the cause of all the family problems because I caused him and my mom to fight. It was because of me. That's what he said. And so forgiving, he did the best he could. Just like with my daughter, I had to forgive myself and say I did the best I could. And so I mean, she might still be mad at me. She's not. I mean, she may still have a little bit that she's not expressing, but from what I know, she's not still mad at me. She understands and she sees how much I've changed. And even if your mother hasn't changed, or your dad hasn't changed, or your family member, realizing that what you experienced in your childhood, you experienced for a reason. It has made you who you are. And they did the best they could with where they were at the time, with everything that they knew about parenting, with the level of consciousness that they were at. And you have to understand is that they have junk too, that they have childhood crap that they haven't processed too. And you have to, I have compassion for my dad and for my mom, for because I know what their childhoods were like. They've expressed to me what they went through, and I know that there's a lot of unconscious patterns that they have projected to me, in my childhood, and that we and my siblings internalized that. And so you have to forgive them and realize that everybody's on their own journey, and love them, accept them regardless of, however they are. My dad, even to the, the very end, he was an asshole, but I love him, and he made me tough. And so if you are experiencing that with your mother, I encourage you to forgive her and, try to look at it from that perspective. And that will help you heal. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. I can hear the birds outside chirping, calling me, come out and sit with us. Unconditional love is hard, but it is so worth it. Yes, practice holding space without judgment for the people that we love. You know, if they're asleep, if they don't believe what we believe, that's okay. You are not going to be able to convince anybody. You can share your story, you can share what has, what woke you up, but you can't like drill it into their head. This is what's happening in the world. Oh my God, wake up. You can't do that to them. All it's going to do is push people away. You have to do the work. You have to heal yourself. You know, always reflect back in and work on you, because this is how you heal. This is how you heal the collective. You do your work, you heal yourself, you heal your inner child, and people will see what you're doing, and they will either heal with you or they will fall out of your life. Because there's a split taking place right now, timelines. There's people that are still functioning in 3D that they cannot ascend. There are people that will not ascend. 3D, 4D, 5D is a level of consciousness. So people that are in 3D and they're not going to ascend, they're going to go somewhere where they can live out more 3D existence, more of a 3D existence, and learn. They haven't learned their lessons. You're learning your lessons. So focus on you, because this is about you. This is about you healing. And that's why I'm doing this show. It's about me. I mean, it's because I care, and because I want to share my story, because I feel compelled, because I know that this is healing for others as well, because I've done a lot of inner work. But this is also for me to heal even more and step into my power, activate all of my abilities and my golden self. I forgave my parents for how they treated me, even though my dad is still around and still kind of clueless. It took this long for him to realize some things he did or didn't do. At least he's realized them, and that is really the first step, is admitting to yourself and admitting to others your faults or where you've fallen short. Acknowledging. You want to acknowledge. You can't heal from something if you don't acknowledge that it exists. I have 3 daughters, and number 1 was very tough, and until I realized that I was part of the issue, and then accept God's gift of her life, and I did start to change. I think that's exactly what happened with me and my first daughter. We're very similar in that, Mystic Mimi. Authenticity is refreshing. It's really what people want to see, right? You don't want to see like me come on and have a script and try to like be this fake ass, expert on stuff. Be who you really are. Let's just be who we really are. It's really hard, this, being in 4D and ascending. This is hard shit. It's hard being awake and everybody else being asleep. But you're right. I don't want to go back either. I am so happy and grateful that I know what I know, that I know the truth. I've always felt different my whole life. I always tried to fit in to the groups that I thought were cool, and I could never fit in. And now I know why. And I think it's awesome. Now I love who I am. I love myself. I love the person that I am becoming. I love showing up for all of you. This really sets my heart on fire. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to get my day started and allow you to get to get your day started. I have family that they're going to want to eat, so making them some food and getting out and getting the sun gazing in while it's still low in the sky. But for anybody that's new, this is our community. Like, you know, we are all in this together, and we're finding each other. For all the weirdos out there, you know, this is home. If you're an outcast, if you're a black sheep, that's what I was. I was the black sheep of the family. If you have a story, if you have a message that you want to share, I want to give you a platform and I want to teach you how to do it. If you want to, you felt the call to start a YouTube channel, maybe you have a YouTube channel, haven't done very much on it, but you're scared to get on, you're scared to be on camera and put yourself out there. I'm sorry for shaking the camera. I'm on a couch, so it's not a steady surface. If you want to do this together, we can raise vibrations, heal hearts and humanity, and this is how we are doing it. This is the movement, and I'm inviting you to be a part of the movement with us. You know, if I want to interview you, connect with me at FitMomOnFire@gmail.com. If you have a story, anybody, you want to share your story with me, I want to hear it, because I want to connect. This is how you connect with people. Connect with me. Share your story. Shoot me an email. FitMomOnFire@gmail.com. Let's connect. And, you know, we can go from there. Schedule an interview. I can share with you, you know, exactly how, you know, I'm planning on doing this, and, you know, we can get you feeling better, body, mind, and spirit. Let's get your vibration up, and you know, get you sharing your story on the airwaves, so you can start healing from it, and you can start healing others. I hope you all have an amazing day.